am Hannah Sky Sapien.
And I am Kathy.
We are here today live from Skyring News, and right now we are in Florida. And
Hannah, what is the issue we are talking about today?
well, we are talking about the clean power for Florida.
Can you give me some background information about this topic?
Well, many of the citizens want to change the power that Florida is currently using to solar power or any renewable power, because right now they are using nuclear power and coal power, and they want to change to a 100% clean power that never runs out and is clean and can power 500,000 homes.
So, do you have any more facts about that? What are some thoughts that you have, some quotes that you've heard from the people of Florida?
Well, according to www.environmentflorida.org, they say that by tapping the power of the sun and using less energy, we can repower our lives with clean energy that doesn't pollute and never runs out.
That sounds like a brilliant idea. And after all, it is called the Sunshine State, so we certainly have a lot of sun, don't we, Hannah?
Yes, we do. In fact, 300 days of in Florida we have 300 days of sun every year.
Well, that sure is a lot of sun we could tap into, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So, Hannah, if we want to enact this, what different government agencies or citizen groups could help us?
Well, we could have like the representatives and some agencies that produce the solar panels.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency? Or
yes.
They also have Environment Florida, where we got some statistics from, as well as the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy.
Cool. So, can you explain some of the things that they do?
Well, in fact, the EPA just tried to enact a new rule that was one of President Obama's under his Climate Action Plan. It called, some people know it as the No New Dirty Power Plants rule, but the technical rule was called the Standards of Performance for Greenhouse Gas Emissions from New Stationary Sources. And that basically was dealing with the fact that many of the power plants that currently exist in the state of Florida and many states throughout the country use dirty power. And they emit greenhouse gases that then pollute the air and cause all kinds of issues. So this is one of the rules that was up for vote.
That sounds very bad.
The rule? Or
No,
the greenhouse
the
gases?
greenhouse gases.
Yes. Yes. So what do you think? Do you think that Florida passed this law?
Well, it doesn't seem like it because there is still a lot of pollution in the air.
In fact, sadly, they did not. Florida was one of the few states that has not passed this new law because one article that we read, dealt with the fact that Florida officials didn't seem to want to fight for clean air. What do you know about that, Hannah?
Well, according to the state representative, John Wood, he said Florida officials prefer dirty coal to clean sunshine for energy.
I cannot believe that.
That just sounds wrong.
So what was he saying? What do they prefer to use?
Well, many Florida representatives voted against tax breaks for citizens who use solar panels.
Why do you think that happened?
Well, according to www.brandenton.com, many representatives campaigns at get money they get money from major power companies who want to continue using the coal, and then they want to get the money instead of doing the right thing.
So perhaps it's not just dirty energy that we have on our hands, but also maybe some dirty representatives that are taking money from people, and that's why they voted against this clean air, huh?
Yes.
And clean use of renewable sources. Well, what do you think? Being that rule was voted down, what are some other public policy alternatives that we could have to help address this issue of clean energy?
Well, we could create new jobs that are like working with solar panels, so that the people that do work with the coal or the nuclear plants, that stuff, will actually have jobs and won't lose their jobs. And also, we could make buildings and homes more energy efficient and save lots of money and get enough power to use that power for like 100 million homes.
Well, that's a lot of homes just by making them energy efficient, huh? By maybe putting to help the cold breeze from getting out of your house in Florida, or perhaps the cold breeze these days from getting in. So very good. Well, how do you think we're going to know if this problem ever gets solved in Florida, the fact of using clean energy as compared to dirty?
Well, I believe that we will know when all of the dirty coal that we use is like not being used anymore, and there's a lot of solar power energy.
Is it only solar that we could use to make it a clean option?
No, we can also use renewable energy.
Do you have examples of other?
Like hydropower, wind power.
Very good. We could utilize many other options. So maybe perhaps it will be solved when the majority of the power that we use in Florida is not the dirty power, but the clean options, correct?
Yes.
What do you think will be the best public policy to address this issue? The best plan to get this policy enacted to use clean energy in the state of Florida?
Well, I believe, there are many people that sometimes don't vote because they don't think of it, but I think that we should get everybody to want to do this, to agree to the switch, not just force them to actually do it.
What do you think would be one way that maybe more citizens would desire to have solar power?
Well, like we said before, that they didn't give the citizens the tax break. I think they should give the citizens the tax break so then people can actually want to join the solar power switch.
Very good. Yes, so if we gave them a tax break if they utilize solar power, of course that would get more citizens excited to use it, right?
Yes.
And also, what do you think would help people choose to move forward with using clean power in the state of Florida?
Well, we could prove we could show them the benefits of the renewable energy, so then they can realize how good that renewable energy is.
Very good. And do you have any statistics for us about what are some of the benefits of utilizing solar energy?
Well, by using the solar energy, we can reduce our dependence on the foreign oil because we get the oil from foreign states or foreign countries, and it would give us some more money that we can use for our own states' uses or maybe even the countries.
Very good. What happens when we do use coal or other of the nuclear power plants? What is emitted into the air that is causing so much trouble?
Well, like you said before, that the greenhouse gases are being released into the air, and that can cause people to have problems breathing, and also we can if we do use solar power, then we can reduce the greenhouse gases that pollute our air, and that would be like taking thousands of cars off the road.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Hopefully the other citizens will join us and fight and contact their representatives to fight for the clean air and clean power usage in Florida. Do you have any final encouraging words for people?
Well, I believe that we should make the most of Florida's sunshine.
Good ending line. That's all that we have for today of our issue with solar power and clean energy here in Florida.